Jason and his Argonauts.
He was sent away on the first voyage of the world to bring back the
Golden Fleece. So, what was it like when the world was so young?
Let us see the stars in the night sky above our heads.
Let us feel the wow of the waves under our feet.
Let us hear the sound of the sails in our ears.
Let us and those who hear us be
Generous.
Let us be good.
Let us, please.
Remember me, Jason. In all your troubles, Hera is by your side.
And Athena, your reason will guide you.
Peleus was old. Oh, my life is a howling misery. And on top of that, I am continually plagued by one great dread.
And what is that, wise and omnipotent leader?
Prophecy, man, the prophecy. I'll meet my death at the hand of a one-sandaled man.
It will never happen.
As long as I can see him coming, he won't get near. Oh, what is it today?
It is your honorable birthday. The people are coming from far and wide to celebrate.
I hate them.
Rightly so.
You have a visitor. It's your nephew, Jason. He's come to wish you a happy birthday. Sir, he's only wearing one sandal.
Oh, we must kill him now.
Of course, I must and I will. Oh, yes, let me ram him through. That's it, I have the answer. I know what to do. Sentiment. Oh, honored uncle, I've come to wish you cheer on this your birthday. Oh, my nephew, beloved. You see how aged I am, how frail. Oh, it is Providence you've come. It is time, my nephew, time for your old uncle to surrender the throne. Jason, son of my brother, would you accept the crown? With all humility, if you and the gods decree. Only one thing, to prove your worthiness, to all I offer a valiant undertaking. An undertaking? You know the old tale of our kinsman little Phrixus and his sister Helle, how their cruel stepmother befuddled their father to kill Phrixus and Helle? But just as he was drawing his knife, a shadow passed overhead. The ram, a marvelous golden ram with wings. I know the tale. Go there, bring back the golden fleece, gather a crew from far and wide, and when you return, covered in glory, this kingdom shall be yours. Oh, I thank you for this endeavor, and shall try to do my best. Farewell. Farewell, nephew. He's dead! The sea doesn't kill him, and King Aedes will stick a knife at him the moment he lands. But what about the fleece? How will you get it if Jason dies? The fleece? Are you serious? Some stinking piece of wool that's been rotting in the rain for 20 years.
Jason was no idiot. His reason told him.
Peleus is out to kill you. He expects this expedition to end in ruin.
But what can I do? Stir up the people, begin a rebellion. If I'd wanted to do that, I could have tried long ago.
Will you attempt the expedition?
What other choice remains?
Did you notice how that old raccoon failed to mention the dangers of the trip?
Indeed.
Not even a passing reference to the dragon who guards the golden fleece. The dragon who never sleeps.
We'll take it as it comes. I'll command to build a ship for our Jason such as no one's ever seen. And you, spread news of the adventure throughout so that worthy men may join him. I'm off.
All was done as the goddesses proclaimed. The crowds cheered and rejoiced to hear each one declare his name and desire to sail with the Argo.
My name is Idman. I may be blind, but I speak prophecy. My name's Meleager. When it comes to battle, no one is more eager.
We are Castor,
And Pollux too.
our father Zeus, and we can fly in the sky.
You don't need a pilot. My name is Typhius. The stars are my guide.
Hercules! I'm Hercules!
A brilliant warrior.
Brilliant. Him. He doesn't have a thought in his head. He's a baked potato.
Hercules!
Let it go.
Our leader.
If then you entrust me with the protection of your honor, nothing remains to hold us from our journey. Let us give libation to the sea. Idman, what is it? He sees something. The gods of the sea have yielded. They grant us permission and say we may sail upon the open sea. Yet, I see change in fortune. Now I see bulls. The flame comes from their snouts. They plow furrows in earth and helmets appear. There is the fleece. But who is this girl? And why is she covered in blood? Heavier griefs we must bear, but the Argo shall overcome and come home again.
Idman,
He sees something.
what is it?
He sees something. The gods of the sea have yielded. They grant us permission and say that we may sail upon the open sea. Woo!
Yeah.
Yet I see change in fortune. Now I see bulls. The flames comes from their snouts. They plow furrows in the earth, and helmets appear. There is the fleece. Who is this girl, and why is she covered in blood? Heavier griefs we must bear, but the Argo shall overcome and come home again.
Yes! Success and glory! Argo nuts! Argo nuts!
Argo nuts! Argo nuts!
You've heard, Idman, and know that there is hope for a happy ending. Look, we have couches of soft seaweed and the air is sweet. The water is calm. Let us enjoy our last evening on the shores.
Idman, why do you sit apart? What did you see?
I saw my own body, lonely, in the dark, dead and far from home.
You needed to get on that ship. You can stay,
I'm getting on that ship.
but there's no reason.
Reason has no part in this. I'm getting on that ship.
At the hour's prompting, the sun put on his splendid tiara of shining rays and rose in the sky. Everyone came, people and creatures of all kinds, to see at last the launch. white sea foam. When at last they clear the headland, Typhoeus gives the order to raise the sail. But now Boreas, god of the wind, stirs in his tail.
What's that? Make it stop! It's getting worse!
Take the horse back to their cave. Go home.
I see myself a wooden thing with clock and a trap.
What are all these clouds? Where is the sun going?
I'm in a storm sea from the bottom, but I still have power to destroy it.
We have permission!
Not of me!
We're taking our
Let me destroy them, or I swear I will widow and orphan for 1,000 years!
Enough! Send back your winds! It is time you submit to the craft of men to sail!
Courage, my friends! You see the clear sky overhead. We survived our first storm.
There'll be more!
Typhoeus, you brought us through. It was not I alone.
So on they go, running before the wind. Through the night, the stars were their guide. By day, they raised the sail and feared the vanishing coast. 2 more days they traveled, bearing north and east.
Let's make landfall for the night. Shipmates, what land is this, do you suppose?
Oh, whoever you are, get out! Go while you still can! This is a dreadful place you have come to. Go and take me with you!
We're not afraid to fight.
You don't know what you are saying! Turn around it and take me with you! Far from here.
What is your name? Is this your home?
My name is Zimmerman. I shipwrecked here. And you?
We are the Argonauts headed to Colchis. We seek the Golden Fleece to bring it back to its rightful homeland.
Sir, I thank you for this rescue and the skill of your crew, but you will never get that fleece.
Why not?
First, Hades is a tyrant, arrogant and hateful. He believes the fleece is the source of his power. Second, oh, and this is worse, it is guarded by a dragon that never sleeps.
Dimas, do me the service. Don't mention these things to the crew.
Sir, for you, I am willing to go with you to Colchis and help in whatever way I can.
Tell me, what might we expect?
Sir, I believe this is the holy Phineas.
Who is he? A great prophet. Alas for him. Why alas? Zeus decided long ago. The mortals should not know all that is in store for them. Phineas told too much. What has Zeus done?
Condemns him to live forever, but only barely. Each time he tries to eat, he is prevented.
How prevented? Will tear the tears from his hand and foul any that remain. I wish to make inquiries of this Phineas. Oh, are the harpies dangerous?
Only to him, I think. Yet they are so foul, it can be difficult to breathe when they're around.
Can it be? Are you the Argonauts come at last?
Sir, we are.
Please don't sail away. Don't abandon me, but save me, for so it has been foretold.
Atalanta, run quick and bring some food. Listen, if we are able to save you from the harpies, tell me, will you answer truthfully our questions about our voyage?
Gladly I will tell you all, only I fear there may not be much time left. For I believe that when the harpies leave, my life will leave me too.
Well, here's some food.
Then here come the harpies too.
lies ahead?
Before the land of Colchis, you must pass the crashing rocks, destroyers of ships.
Go on.
Send a bird into the channel, and when the stone comes back, drive with all your might.
How shall I win the golden fleece?
Look to the corner of the room. Farewell.
Look to the corner of the room.
They haul anchor stone and set out once again, rowing fearfully, for now they know what lies ahead. The waves begin to swell. They hear them before they see them. Two enormous jagged mountains, pulling apart and smashing back together. We'll never make it! They'll crush us all!
It isn't possible! Shipmates! Your wits about you! Release the bird! Go! She's made it through! Now pull, men! Pull! Men, pull! Athena! Go and help
The ship rounds a final point, and suddenly, rising before them, it shines out, the glittering golden fleece.
How shall we help our Argonauts now that they have come so
Far? It seems unlikely they'll be able to sweet-talk Hades into surrendering the fleece.
I don't think our Argonauts can deceive him.
Nor are their numbers great enough to take his army on in battle.
He has a daughter, doesn't he?
Medea.
What do you know?
She busies herself all day with spells and charms. She's able to call us storms, I hear, and soothe them. And she has birds and animals at her command, but what good is she to us?
Let's go call an Aphrodite.
Oh,
I have a plan. Come along and don't offend her. Oh, to what do I owe this honor? I must confess I'm startled. I've not received many visits from you, high goddesses, as you are. I'm surprised you could find the house. Very witty, I'm sure. What concerns us is a serious problem. Even now, Jason and his crew are outside Aetes' palace at Colchis, wondering how they will lay their hands upon the golden fleece. Now, his fate is in your hands. Our dear friend, it is up to you to save him. Oh, what are you saying? I can't go to war. No, we're not asking you to fight. All you need to do is get that boy of yours to charm Aedes' daughter, Medea. If the arrow hits her right, she'll do anything for him. You think that's easy? There's no controlling that one. He does what he wants, when he wants. You would have better luck with him than I. He treats me with contempt. Would you at least try? Dear friend. Well, as this is a plan that you both cherish, I shall do my best to coax him. Perhaps, since it's mischief you have in mind, he'll do it. Thank you, Aphrodite. We won't forget this. Eros! Oh, Eros, where are you? Come here. Eros! Oh, what's up? Oh, what have you been up to? Never mind. Listen now. If you're willing to do the job that I tell you,
what'll I get?
I'm telling you. I shall give you one of Zeus's most beautiful playthings. A well-rounded ball, its rings fashioned of gold. Every time you toss the ball, it unleashes a gleaming, airy trail of sparks like a meteor. Woo! This I shall give you if you will shoot Aedes' daughter full of desire for Jason.
You promise?
Oh, your dearest head, and my own. Now be my witness that yes, I shall give you this present.
Jason, are you sure this is right to come here simply unarmed and just to ask?
Oh, if he should refuse us or insult us and send us away, don't be disheartened. We're not leaving without the fleece.
I suppose that's your ship I see in my harbor.
Sire, King Peleus of Thessaly commanded me to come. The charge my uncle gave me was to journey here, to fetch the fleece of the golden ram. I do as I am bidden.
Had you not already crossed my threshold, carrying the olive branch, I would cut out your tongues and chop off your hands. It is not the fleece you want. It is my land, my crown.
Sire.
A boat of 50 outlaws lands and demands me, a sovereign king, a part of my national treasure?
Sire, we are prepared to compensate you for the fleece. Whatever you demand.
I'll make you an offer. Take it or leave it. I have out at pasture 2 brazen bulls who snort fire. Yoke those beasts as I can and make them plow the field. In each furrow, plant the teeth of a terrible serpent. If you can do this, the fleece is yours.
He's crazy. Outrageous as it is, I shall dare.
We'll see you on the plain in 2 days' time. But if your nerve cracks and you fail, I have the right to make of you and your crew an example to any other foreigner who trouble me.
It's impossible.
Jason, look into the corner of the room. Do you see something? There was only a girl there. She's gone now.
What do we do?
We can't have come all this way for nothing.
That man, that Jason. Oh, the way he braved my father. I've never seen such a thing. The way he stood and spoke so beautifully. What if he had come, not to bear the fleece away, but me? What if it were I that were his heart's desire? What am I thinking? I'll never see him again. Oh gods, protect him! Let him not perish!
Medea spoke to herself for many hours, playing the scene over and over again in her mind. She went to bed, but love kept sleep at bay.
Jason, no one will blame you if you abandoned this adventure.
Think again. What was in the corners of the room?
Nothing, just that young girl.
80's daughter?
She could be, I suppose.
If it was his daughter, she is no ordinary girl, believe me. Medea. They say she can summon storms or stop the moon in its tracks.
This girl is our salvation, Jason. I'm sure of it.
What? You want to pin the hopes of our success on the witchcraft of a maid? Not our own skill or valor?
Stop it, Meleager! Phineas himself directed your gaze into that corner.
How shall I win her over? How even meet her?
She is a devotee of Hecate who has a temple here.
Tomorrow is the full moon. She's bound to be attending then. Go there tomorrow night, Jason. Slip through the woods and find her. Plead your cause.
Everything is going well?
Indeed. A little push can't hurt.
Mother has engaged me to a man for whom I feel absolutely nothing. Something has gone wrong with me. Sleep never comes to me anymore. I am troubled all of the time, in mind, in spirit. I feel as though I am burning up.
There is a glorious ship in the harbor,
That's the Greeks.
and its crew are all handsome men, but their leader.
That's Jason.
I have done enough to establish the reputation of my powers. Now is your chance to do the same. This is the moment of your life, Medea. Will you not aid the noble stranger? Go tonight to Hecate's temple. Meet him there.
But how can I manage?
You'll find a way.
Don't be afraid. Tell me, do you look at me with pity or with scorn? I will not leave this place alive without the fleece. I come to you as a guest, kneeling before you in my need.
Do you know what you are asking of me? I am a stranger even to myself. What am I doing here?
You're here to save me.
Why did you leave your home to come and trouble us? For glory, to right an ancient wrong. They say you are loved by Hera herself, and Athena is your guide. Where are they now?
They left me to a native princess. I look to you alone. Your skill, your faith, your power alone will save me and the crew. Medea, our gratitude and that of the gods will live forever.
With this, I give you myself, my name, my honor, and if I could draw the soul from my body and give you that, I would. Here's what we must do. Take this and mix it in with the water from Hecate's spring. Rub it on yourself like an oil. Within it are great strength and great protection too. For one day, nothing can harm you.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Will you help?
Something else you ought to know. Warriors will spring up from the fields. When they attack, take this stone and throw it amongst them, and they will turn against each other. Tell me what part of the sky to look to when you're gone, what star to guide my gaze toward your native land.
Do you think I could accept your help and then abandon you?
Can this be true?
Oh, I swear, if I ever forget this night, what you've done to save my life, let your magic turn against me in our own home. For I will have deserved the worst you could do as you turn away from me.
My leader is waiting for you in the fields of Ares, impatient to meet your bronze-fitted bulls to try his strength.
Let the bulls be brought out and we'll see if he can yoke them. Fiery breath! How the field is how splendid is your forest die! The sacrifice!
What do you think of that, Aedes?
Wait a moment! Your crop is coming in. Is this your doing?
Jason, he'll never give me the fleece! Never!
No!
Back to the temple!
Back to the ship! Prepare to fly on me!
help Syrtos? Does it please you that your sister is dishonoring all of us? Shaming us? Gather a fleet like the world has never seen. Give chase to those marauding sea dogs! Huh!
I leave my father's house and all of the world for you. Promise me you'll keep me forever. Be true to your pledge and to me.
In you alone, my voyage is well rewarded.
Stay back, my love, stay back! My darling, listen to me. You may turn away from the fleece now. Close your eyes and rest. I'll guard the treasure myself. You may relax your vigil. And at long last, sleep. Forgive me.
Look! Medea the fleece!
Hurry! He's waking.
I think it's him.
Does he have the fleece?
Yes, I see him bleeding on his shoulder.
Men, we have succeeded! Men, we must depart. I doubt Aedes will be content to let us sail away, bearing both his daughter and the fleece.
Why are we bearing them both?
Tibius, set our course all the way back to Iolcus. Quickly!
Men of Colchis, I want the lives of all those Argonauts and their ship sunk to the bottom.
Row, men, row! The entire Colchis fleet is in pursuit!
How can you risk the lives of so many men of courage and honor for the sake of a single girl?
Watch yourself, Meleager!
This girl will be the death of us!
Look at them! It is her that they are after!
For once, Jason, I agree with him.
Jason, think of our families and our homes.
Are you willing to sacrifice our lives for her?
What do you say, Edmund? What advice?
This girl is no good, Jason. Not for us.
Do you talk behind my back? Am I merely a captive on your ship, a handmaid in your expedition's loot? You cannot put me aside. Do you think my kinsmen will be content with me? They want the fleece, the ship, and all of your lives. It is only because of me that you're still alive. So listen to me now. I have a plan to save us all.
Daughter of Zeus, are you indifferent to the plight of our Argonauts? Could you have imagined all of this when you determined we should use love instead of another stratagem? Don't argue with me now. We'll call on Boreas to release his winds. We'll make those Colchian ships bob like corks.
Syrtos, your sister has sent secret word. She wants to come home tonight on the shores of the riverbank, but you must come alone.
Oh, brother, how glad I am to see you. I have done nothing but weep since my capture.
You have the fleece.
Yes.
Let me see it.
This act has bound us together forever.
I know.
Carried them far, far within the Syrtes, from which no vessel can return.
Where are we?
There's not a living thing.
We should have braved those rocks again rather than perish here in the desert like rats.
There's no hope of getting seaboard now. The flood tide has abandoned this desolate place.
After all our toil, Zeus does not want us home.
Evening's shadow descended.
My friends, our ship, She has us forever in her belly and groans at the troublesome labors we have set to her. I believe, my friends, we are to recompense her by carrying her straight into the desert, where we may find some inlet to the sea.
Through your strength!
Over the desert dunes! Bear your vessel!
All the gear you carry.
High on your shoulders! For a dozen days, nights on end!
I found the sea all right, but
It was a fever that took him. Nothing more.
he was the first to go.
Yes. Antiphius right after.
Snake bite.
Then Meleager and his uncle. The Argo staggered home. Glory, rejoicing. Peleus already dead.
And the inevitable.
You must understand. I'm in a position now. If I marry her, I will regain the throne. It's not about you, don't you see?
Do you love her?
Oh, it's so much larger.
I see.
Oh, these glorious missions of men!
They start out so well, so full of hope and noble intent.
Destroy the tyrant!
Become a man! Defend the nation!
Seize that shining fleece
The
and
world itself will change.
Seize the fleece, and there will be an end to all.
Evil! They all end up like this in the end.
Poor thing. You know what she did. What she went on to do. How can you have pity for her? A woman who killed her own children.
But don't think of the children in the story as actual children. Think of them instead as her own broken heart, as the murder, as the willful destruction of her own ability to love.
It's a stretch.
But why else would it end the way it does?
And what of him? A man for whom love was not enough.
After it happened, Medea's death and those of his children, he was considered cursed. Wandered for years alone. One day, he came to an abandoned cove and saw on the beach a pile of rotting wood, a wreck.
The Oracle!
Bleached out by the sun, rotten and crawling with insects. He thought,
Enough's enough!
Not a glorious end. What happened to the rest?
Look up!
there in the sky, all of them are there.
Ares the ram, the one who started the whole thing.
And Taurus the bull is Aetes, the fire-breathing one!
The twins of Gemini are Castor and Pollux, of course. And the archer is Hercules, still firing at the sun. The waves.
The fish Pisces in one version is said to have swallowed Jason and spat him up again.
The serpent is Scorpio, who guarded the fleece. Which leaves us only Virgo, the maiden princess Medea herself.
Look up. Every night you see them, wherever you are.